There we go. Hi, hello. I was just looking at the task force list and oh gosh, I don't know. I don't think I want to do a Sarah Moore. Although, double those 64 merits. No. Anyway, I was just like, oh yeah, we never did unlock Katie Hannon, so I think I'm gonna go pop over to be a hero, and we're gonna go do Katie Hannon stuff. So we'll do the 4 Croatoa arcs. Which, those are okay arcs. There's like 1 or 2 missions in there that just really annoy the heck out of me. They're not too bad for the most part. I see this posed a lot from people. Somebody's leaning on somebody else. Oh, what do we got over here? City Badge Tracker. What does this do? Nothing, apparently. What do you do? Nothing. Okay. Wasn't this like a... Yeah, whatever. No, I was thinking there was a hologram vendor, but it's not, because there's a hologram vendor. Oh, there's crafting tables in here? Nice! That's handy. Anyway, we are going to change alignment. Be a shady vigilante. Then we're going to go into Oro. And here in Oro, we're going to pick up the first Croatoa arc. Which I don't remember the name of, but we'll know it when we see it. Should be in this range, right? Oh yeah, we could do Sister Psyche. Oh hey. Calvin Scott, man. That's a thing. What level is Calvin Scott's TF at? There it is, a mind in danger. That's primal Calvin Scott's task force, Aurora Borealis' husband, who looks like a nerd compared to Praetorian Calvin Scott. Here we go. Move Tuatha De Danann from the village sewer system. You bet, buddy. Well, hold on. We should actually read that text, shouldn't we? No, not fault line. I did it to myself. Here we go. Fearbolg aren't the only new threat around here. There's also Tuatha De Danann. They're the most hideous creatures I've ever seen. They seem to like the water. We have a hard time keeping out of this village fountain, and we've all begun trying to root them out of the sewers. That's where I hope you can help us. Can you remove them from the sewer system? You bet. Like, that's about as straightforward as it gets, isn't it? Like, go beat some bad guys up. They're in... Oh, we should take the big crystal teleport. It'll be quicker. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo, diddly-doo. Just like that. Alright, door is over there. Hold on, I need to shift this window over. There we go. I might already have all the defeat badges. I know I got the ghost one because I think I did like a video where I recorded me beating like the last 10 of them up. Although now that I'm doing this, that makes that seem kind of silly because there's totally a mission that we could have just done that's full of ghosts. Would have made fighting the ghosts easier, but whatever. The air is hot and muggy, as if stirred by the breath of great beasts. Who wrote this? It's overwrought and kind of great. I like it. Let's turn our travel stuff off. And should be pretty simple for us. We're kind of uber. So we got all kinds of set bonuses and stuff here. Dude, winter O's are just, they're great. I just love randomly encasing somebody in ice. Like, that's ridiculous. I have radiation powers and toxic powers, and yet we'll just be like, yep, you know what? You need to be encased in solid ice. And there's nothing that the enemies can do about it. It just happens to them. They just have to not live with it anymore. Make sure there's not an enemy group back here. This is a dead end. Okay, there wasn't. Good. I don't know if an enemy group can spawn there. I've never seen it happen, but I check it all the time anyway. Let's round some of this stuff up here. If I remember right, this map has like a little loopy bit in it. Over there. We'll get to all that. Don't you worry. We're just gonna have some nice casual fun tonight. I love throw spines. This place must belong to us. All Salamanca will belong to Tuatha. So the whole Croatoa story arc, and I don't know why they picked Croatoa as the name, except that was like the mystery word carved in to a tree at the Roanoke colony that was abandoned, 500 years ago. And I guess they're kind of having like what's going on here as an echo of that. But the enemy groups here all come out of like British, Irish stories. So the Tuatha, the Danu, I forget which one how it is. Oh, they say the Danan here, but I'm pretty sure when I played Balor the Evil Eye, it was the Tuatha de Danu. Anyway, they're the children of Danu. They're like one of the waves of settlers that moved into Ireland in its prehistory. And the Firbolg are another one, and they were at war with each other. And there were several waves of settlers in the mytho-history of Ireland. I think there were 5 total. With the most recent one being, I think, the Milesians, who are named after Miles Hispania. And it's because of that guy that, for many years, the kings of Spain considered the Irish to be Spanish. I'm not making this up. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm not. This is stuff that actually happened, man. Hey, Ryu Long. But a lot of my exposure to these Irish stories comes from a game created by, was published by Koei before Koei became part of Koei Tecmo. It was only on the PC. It's called Balor the Evil Eye, and it's kind of like Romance of the Three Kingdoms, except in Ireland. It was a really neat game. I don't think I've ever actually beaten that game, but it was pretty cool. And that game is about a struggle between the Tuatha De Danann and the Fomorians, who are like raiders and monsters that come up out of the sea. And the Fomorians are led by the title character, Balor of the Evil Eye. Thank you, Tabez. Don't mind telling you, until you showed up, wasn't sure I had a prayer saving Salamanca. Now I know there's at least a chance. You're a true friend. Well, thank you. I've heard several witness reports of the Tuatha roaming around Salamanca. People aren't safe, and I can't face on my own. Will you expel them? Okay, well, we'll go find us some Tuatha, and we will fight them and save the day. Here's one. In one of my notebooks, I wrote down like this whole crazy history of Ireland as I understood. Now I don't remember any of it in the details. I just remember like the highlights, the 5 waves of settlers and stuff, man. I was doing some research, as the kids say. Why is it when you're doing a street hunt, you can never find the enemy you're looking for? You find everybody else? You ever notice that? Oh, good. We found this group. There should also be some on the beach. I should have went to the beach first. But oh well. Because that's where most of their spawns are. What's his face? Harvey Naylor, right? Harvey Mailer? I know who you're talking about. You can believe that you may save something for the foul creatures. Okay. Well, the Fearbulk seem to be locked. Yeah, it's Harvey Mailer or Naylor. I forget which. I don't know what causes it, what keeps it going, but I know that my people have nothing to do with it. Of course, try explaining that to 12-foot-tall walking pumpkin. We've got a lot of people caught in the crossfire these last few months. More deaths than I can remember. I've just received word that some of the Fearbulk managed to get into a local warehouse in Tuatha Corner. The worst part is, there's still people inside. Well, let's go rescue some people. What a good mayor. You know, he's just like, look, save the people. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We are going to go save the people. We don't have to, of course. We could just abandon this mission entirely. But that's not how we're going to roll. Broken jack-o'-lantern lies on the ground. 5 people to save. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sometimes these maps are annoying and where hostages will spawn. I've seen enemies spawn in this room before. It's pretty not common, but I have seen it. Nobody up there. Around here, up here? Nope. Down there? Nope. Alright, we have cleared that area out. Some dudes are chasing me, and that's okay. That's their prerogative. You can chase me if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. I deal with bad tech maps when there's spawns in a tiny hallway into 3 elevators. Oh. That just sounds not fun. Alright, we've saved 1 hombre. You want some of this, bro? And it was a defeat all. Ugh. I find that there's very little cause to have a defeat all. Sometimes it makes sense. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't make sense sometimes. Most times just kind of like defeat all because why not? And then you get stupid things like that one outdoor map. Issue 0 content. Yeah, I believe it. There's like that one outdoor map. The forest that is like the issue 1 Pretoria forest. You know exactly the map I'm talking about. And you get like a kill all on that, and it's like the werewolf patrols are walking like on the treetops, and it's just like, how on earth am I ever supposed to have found these guys? That's essentially out of bounds. And they're up there anyway, flaunting all good sense. And why is there even a patrol on that map? Foul villains, we will rise over you. Yeah, okay, you guys have fun. Wait, didn't the mayor say this was a warehouse? Did I misread his text completely? Oh, it's used? Okay. Well, that makes sense then. That makes sense. Sometimes it's just as quick not to bother attacking and just let the auto damage happen. Okay, they're doing something there. That's a dead end. Are you a dead end? You're a dead end, so that means the only way out is under the stairs. Oh, that's a dead end too. We've hit the whole map and we missed 2 hostages. Okay, we'll only have 1 hostage to run down here. Where did you all come from? Why are you here? I had a feeling we missed somebody on the first floor, but I didn't know where, so hopefully they show up as an objective and it makes this real easy. They did not show up as an objective to make it real easy. Okay, well, screw you, game. I don't know, you're like, why didn't they show up as an objective, Dr. Elizibar? It's because there's like the battles, those count as objectives in the game code. So at this point, the game's just like, we want to make you just have to clear the whole map, and I don't want to. I don't really have a desire to clear this whole stinking map. I guess we should look for any Tuatha that we can find and take them out. And weirdly sized groups of Firbolg, or we can just fight everybody, and that's fine too. Yeah, let's make you guys mad. Let's get over here. Let's grab you. And I'm just going to stand like right here, and you all have to come in. I love their stupid little pumpkin mouths. It's a great look. You know, I'm surprised they didn't give them glowing eyes. Like there's a fire inside the pumpkin. That seems like that'd be a good thing to do. Since they're like walking jack-o'-lanterns, right? That's what made me think of it. They did that with the Carnies and the Cray tanks, I think. I think it was the Cray tanks. Got cool glowy eyes. If any enemy in the game has a reason to have cool glowy eyes, it's these guys. They're freaking jack-o'-lanterns. I think it was the Cray tanks anyway. I could be wrong. Oh, the Guardians have glowy eyes, not the minions though? Okay, never mind, I guess. The Guardians are just cooler. They're all like, look at me, I got glowy eyes, bro. Everybody else just has to be like, dang, son. Dude, we're just, this is now a kill-all. The game refuses to just give me the piece of information I need to beat this level, so here it is. Alright, great. You should have just highlighted this guy for me like an hour ago. Let's get out of here. They're trying to kill one another. Yes, that's what they do. I did done it. Thank you for saving those people from the bloodshed going on inside that. Oh, it says office. I could have swore it said warehouse. We here in Salamanca are on the front lines of a mystical war. Just hope we can survive it. Yeah, me too, man. I've seen the ghosts that roam Salamanca these days. Until recently, they were the very people I'm trying to save. But between Tuatha and the Firbolg, often spills in our streets, and sometimes my assistants pay the price. I've been told some of them have found their way to an office. Can you go lay these creatures to rest? Sure. The ghosts used to be my friends. I know, man. You hear me say warehouse? Hey, I could have just been wrong. That has been known to happen from time to time. It's pretty rare, but, you know. Where the frick is the... Here we go. So we still need to beat up Firbolg. Okay. We fix nothing in post. We do it live. Okay, well, I guess doing this arc is actually pretty good for me. We're gonna pick up a lot of stuff here. A lot of kills of these guys that we need for badges, so that's pretty nice. So normally when I want to get the ghost kill badge, this is how I get it, is I work through this mission, or this story arc, until I get to here. And then I just crank the difficulty way up, so there's lots of spawns, and hope that I'm tough enough to survive it, reset the mission a couple of times, badge get. Just like you're hunting Shivans in the Intro to Oro arc. Which is probably the easiest way to get that badge. Or was. Shivans are in Aeon Strike Force and all kinds of other places nowadays, so maybe that doesn't matter so much. I was very disappointed to find that the Neo Shivans don't count as Shivans for purposes of the Shivan badge. So I noticed that when we were doing like soloing Drowning in Blood, that they weren't counting. Made me kind of sad. You know, if I had the undead killing axe, I'm saying it before somebody else can, this would be a little easier, as we just shank them with it. Penelope Nemers, okay, there she is. I can't send this anymore. Everyone must join us in death. Oh, there was somebody in there. Sorry, you two. In other news, I watched The Meg for the first time. I'd seen the very end of it, but I'd never seen the whole movie. So I remedied that. It was on TNT, and I DVR'd it. So was The Meg 2, which somehow is even worse for physics than The Meg was. Kind of blows my mind, given that The Meg was not exactly sensible in physical terms to begin with. So you need to watch The Fifth Element in one sitting. Oh, you should watch The Fifth Element. That's a weird movie. It's not my favorite Luc Besson film, but there's just some of it that's just like delicious. We missed a group somewhere? Yeah, we missed two. Okay. Well, hey, we're about to get an ad break. Thank you for the pennies that you're helping to put into my pocket right now. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Turbo pennies. Yeah, Twitch Turbo. That helps, man. Anything helps. What's this Discord notification? Okay, that doesn't matter. You ever like look at your list of people? I just pulled up my stream up on Twitch real quick to make sure it looked okay. You ever look at your like list of people you're following and you're just like, I have no idea who this is? Thank you for taking care of that grim business. I'm glad to see the Salamanca's sorrows may not linger forever. I got more ghostly trouble. Top bed. Several citizens reported hearing an unearthly wailing come from a nearby warehouse. Strange thing is, I also have reported of strangely dressed women entering the building. I don't know who these women are, what she wants. Yeah, I can investigate free ghosts from spells. So now they're introducing us to the Cabal. Ooh, I'm pretty sure we have enough kills for the Cabal, so let's just do what we have to do here. Wait, I thought I saw a ghost here too. Did I must have hallucinated that, okay. Okay, there we go. Got my windows fixed back. Oh, is this that 3-section warehouse map? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, all the named residential districts are disaster zones. But I'm telling you, you could just be like, yeah, he lives in Connecticut or whatever. You know? He's from Hartford. Problem solved. I sat down, I spent a few minutes poking at Dominator builds, and I was just like, ugh. I forgot that I hate building Dominators. Oh, and yet I just made 2 of them. So I gotta get builds ready for them, man. And the forums are not exactly forthcoming with pyro builds either. Just like Veets have unique story arcs, the Chaldeans have them too. I don't think the Veets can Oro their way into their arcs either, can they? Like Alan Deslock and stuff? And of course, the objective doesn't show on the map because there's Fran McCullum over here. We'll go beat her up. Or Eliza? Hey, it's me! There I am. There's Elizabeth Barr right here. I think for the Chaldean stuff, though, even if you're already level 50 as a Chaldean, you still have all of them available to you. Like, I think you can work through all of Sunstorm's or Shadowstar's missions. Like, regardless of what level you actually are. I think they'll happily give them to you, just you'll be fighting like level 4 enemies and stuff. I think. Maybe not. Maybe I just made that up, but I feel like that was true at some point. Sounds like you should submit a enhancement request. So the sorcerers were experimenting on those ghosts. I wonder what they were trying to learn. The Kabbalah hasn't bothered Salamanca, at least not much. Sometimes they'll find a lone man to harass on the streets at night. I think I've never seen a male member of the Kabbalah. I wonder what happened to them. Yeah, they probably ate them. I never understood why primals could do the Praetorian story arcs through Oro. I guess there's badges, right? Yeah, that's probably why, because there's badges for that, but there's no badges for the epic stuff. The eats. The heats and veets. Learning from the ghost investigation, and this one's got to be the worst. People reported feelings of uneasiness and misery just walking past it. One young woman even fainted. Oh no. That's terrible. As a kid, Skipper LaGrange called himself a ghost hunter. Tell you the truth, when he first showed up around these parts, I thought he was nothing but a huckster. There's snaps and pictures capitalize on our misery. Believe anything he knows his stuff. He's a weird kid, but sincere. All right, well, let's go meet the weird kid that's standing out in the pumpkin patch. Hey, I've heard a lot about you in these parts. I'm making my business to keep myself informed. I think I can tell you a lot about this mystical disturbance versus work to do. Oh yeah, we got our ghost hunting like laser beam here now. Let's go. Oh, somebody just spawned Death Surge and Cap. How does interdimensional time travel work? That's just getting complicated at that point. You just know someone's going to cross the streams. Let's get the group up here. Oh, we got dudes over here. Honestly, read along, there's so many badges, I think it's gotten silly, and I don't bother keeping track of them anymore like I used to. So, you know, I know it exists, and that's great and all, but whatever. Chrono Master after all? Okay, I believe you. Ooh, spectral chill. Yeah. moving on. Oh, the Spectral Chill AoE was missing me. Did you see that? Hold on, let's look at the combat log. No? Then what missed me? Something missed me. Quills missed. Oh, Quills missed the cloud. We're attempting to kill the cloud right now. Hold on. Can we? No, we're not standing in the right spot. Okay, anyway. Moving on with our life. That was very silly. The spirit world descends! Hey, free catalyst. I remember at one point catalysts were like worth $1 million a pop, and I don't think that's the case anymore. What an annoying map. You know what I like? Maps that make sense. Whoa, did you see that thing dancing? Look at him, look at him, he's dancing! He's dancing! You're getting shillelagh'd. Or we can miss, that works too. You know, I was lurking in your stream sometime in the last 24 hours. Were you long? I don't remember exactly when that was. Your on-stream frame rate, like, kinda not so good, dude. I don't know if anybody's... Okay, you know, alright. Alright, I couldn't remember if anybody had told you, if I had told you that before. I mean, it happens with some games, man. Final Fantasy 16 likes to kick my machine's butt. Likes to kick it real hard. I have to close like the Discord window and the Steam UI and KeyPass, like everything. Everything must get closed. Kind of the opposite of that one Bob Dylan song where everyone gets stoned. Oh, you're doing a Sarah Moore? Alright, well, we've apparently missed an enemy somewhere. Wonder where it is. There was only one enemy in here when we came in, right? There should be... Isn't there 2 spawns in this room? One down here and one up here? Shards, so for people who hate themselves. Well, you're not the only one, man. You ain't the only one. We all know Taxi and Molly Mock. What the heck is wrong with this map? You know, let's make sure there's not an enemy back here. Get out of the corner. Wait. I have on one occasion, like, seen an enemy show up in this room. Okay. Switched to Vigilante last night. Hey, that's more stuff to do. Honestly, I got a big soft spot. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Right at the beginning. Don't show up on the map. And that was it. Last objective didn't show up on the map because of the fog cloud things. Okay, let's bounce back to Skipper Lagrange. I got a soft spot for some of the strike forces, man. I really like Terracos. It doesn't waste your time. And I think that's the case for a lot of strike forces, is they definitely learned from some of their early design, like how not to waste people's time. All right, let's take a look at the old dividing rod. Interesting. Yep. Oh, yeah, just as I predicted. Hold on to your hat, Todd. Bet you're about to hear something strange. Those ghosts, unlike most ghosts, they're not still stuck in the mortal world. They're part of the spirit world. The only reason we can still see them is that Salamanca is becoming part of the spirit world itself. Everything you see around you, the woods, the lake, the trees, they're real, but they soon won't be. Not if we can't stop what's pulling Salamanca into the spirit world. When I spent a couple hours cheesing to get Chronomaster by running the Escape Pretoria arc over and over with each debuff active, yeah, well, I don't blame you. I got a notebook around here where I have, as of when Oro first went live, I rated a bunch of different arcs to pick out, like, the best ones to run. To get the badges for all the level ranges. Seen too many episodes of the X-Files. Oh, man. Alright, well, we've done some good. Wouldn't surprise me if you come out our savior. That's nice. Thank you, Gordon. Alright, that's one mission, or one arc down.